Captain's Log 3015. I, Eliza, captain of a war sloop named the Concord, have been marooned on an uncharted planet somewhere in the Carillion system. I have been here for 1 month, and hope that the loyal members remaining of my crew have taken back my vessel from the mad tyrant John Quinn, and are proceeding to search for me. At this moment in time, I was out searching for a reptilian-type creature, whom I had named Walter. Walter had become a sort of companion. Strange, you might think. But this animal, even though he had a very scary look about him, was gentle and extremely intelligent. In fact, I would say sentient. I could hear Walter roaring in the distance. It sounded to me that he was under stress. Following the sound, I soon discovered what ailed him. On finding him, I noticed that 3, what I refer to as stone people with weapons, were running towards him. During my brief time on this harsh place, I had observed this race, and this was an encounter I had wanted to avoid. They were a crude race, reminding me of early humans on Earth as described in text. They stood transfixed at my appearance. I must have seemed to them like a god, descending from a mountain. They were confused. On seeing me mounted on Walter's back, towering high, like Hannibal, astride a mighty war elephant, they halted in their tracks. Waving spears and making a kind of gurgling sound, their leader, whom I assumed was, made a sudden rush at me. Hitting him with a low-level sonic burst, he fell to his knees, and looked up at me in wonder as well as fear. The third of their number, on seeing this, began to back away. Turning, he started off from whence he came. Lifting my evaporation pistol, and taking aim to neutralize him, the niggling voice in my head said no. Let him go. After all, one never knows, mercy might prevail a new set of allies in the near future. The rains had come and gone. I had found a cache of warm water. I was busy mulling over what to do next, if approached by the stone people, when my right foot began to tickle. Quartermaster Quinn's brutish face appeared in my subconscious. It had only been a month since that dastardly mutiny. He took the greatest of pleasure showing me around to the crew, only wearing my underwear. He explained what a delight it was to see me so naked. I returned that it would be an even greater pleasure seeing him hauled off in chains to an evaporation unit. This statement only aggravated a bad situation, making things a lot worse for me. He then proceeded in telling me why he had disposed of Mr. Shin, our ship's cook, and how he and I had never appreciated his culinary arts. He pored over the decapitated head as if it were a football trophy, about to be placed on display. I was then thrown in the brig. I then began to feel how my last prisoner felt just before evaporation. Exercise kept my mind nimble. Thinking, always thinking. How did I lose this ship? My senior officers. No. I've always considered them loyal. It was the 5th time of being escorted to the ship's evaporation unit for one of Quinn's fake executions. I stopped Mr. Hans in his tracks, saying, "What the hell is going on?" He looked around, making sure that no one else was listening. "Captain, nothing really appears how it looks. I continued. Pray, Mr. Hands, and how does it look? Because this is how it looks to me. I was dragged from my bed. Wind was waving one of my collection magnum pieces in the air and threatening to blow out any gray matter that I might have still remaining. He then strapped me down onto a medical bed and produced a sonic stick, to whom he referred to as Mr. Chuckles. Mumbling away to himself on how much I would enjoy the little gift he had prepared for me, he began to explain how he had disposed of the cook and indeed whether I had enjoyed my breakfast that morning. Luckily I had been feeling a little sick and had not taken part in his gruesome joke. He then related a very old child's poem back to me. It went: "This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had pork. This little piggy had none, and this little piggy went wee. Mr. Hands then proceeded to cover the events that led up to Quinn's mental breakdown. He said that they had been tracking a small comet for ice extraction. When Commander Zorg said,
"Look, there's something off our starboard bow."
I can't see anything, Commander. Not even a shimmer.
I do not suffer from hallucination, Mr. Twin. The ship is vast. May I suggest, Mr. Hands, that number 1 turret fires a low-level magnetic ion burst to disrupt the ship's vast system. Again, Mr. Hands. There it is, a brilliant cargo vessel. Let's get a closer look.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's see what type of cargo she's carrying and who's running the show. Run a full scan, Mr. Hands.
Running scan, sir. Analyzing. Just a few more seconds. No living matter, just some organic plant DNA. She is also carrying some sugar, coffee, and flour.
Strange. No one basks a cargo vessel carrying a few containers of such big supplies. Uses far too much energy. It must be hiding something else. I think we should take a look. Prepare to board her, Mr. Twin.
According to Quinn, there was some kind of life form on board. It seemed to, when feeling threatened, secrete an airborne particle that affected, and this is how he put it, take the ship so quickly. Remember, Captain, we're still your crew. We're planning on getting you off the Concorde in the next day or two. I myself, along with Mr. Binge, are making plans to retake the ship, then search for you as soon as possible. There's a small M-class planet not far off in this sector. I suggest that you head there. As for Commander Zorg, we think he has masked himself and left the vessel.